bag. It is called Mabilia. And we're doing a price of $199.75. I know we have a retail value that's much higher, but here at HSN, when we get these bags, sometimes we can get a really, really great price for you, and that's what we've done here. So we're gonna start out with the Cognac, and there's that hand-tooled. By the way, look at this vintage hardware. I love the vintage hardware where you're, to open and close the bag. It's just absolutely, unique to it. So just giving you a peek at that. Then we also have it in the Papaya. Look at this Papaya, this red. How gorgeous is that? We also have it available in Plum Jam. Now we just, already it's the most limited. Fewer than 100 available. Everybody's in the mood for lavender and purple, so, okay? And then we've got a print, and this print is called Rainforest. And it's just these beautiful swatches of color and kind of like these tropical shades. So this bag, again, adjustable, because you've got, just like a belt. Think about a leather belt. I always say that with your bags. I could spend $200 on a leather belt. That's the quality, double-sided. You can see the leather is not just, it's just this gorgeous belt where you even have the loops so that it's not like you can adjust it, and you even have two of them. And this crossbody, which I'll pop on and step over here, where you've got this bag that just looks like $1 million, whether you're starting a new job or you're going out to lunch with your girlfriends. This is just, by the way, I love this size too. It's smaller than a tote and bigger than a clutch. So you can fit so much in it. And by the way, in the back, it's got that big pocket where you can just have your phone and then just like grab it. I'll give you a tour, but let's talk about this, the whip stitching, everything.
Yes. This is a great size. I mean, if you say, you know what, I wish I could wear a crossbody, but I need a satchel or a tote because I carry so many things. This is a big crossbody. So it's going to carry all that you need. But look at how we created this gusset down the center, and then you've got this customized hardware that holds the strap on it. And then look at all the hand lacing. Again, Helen, all the lacing on this is done with an upholstery needle and lacing that leather all the way around the flap, around the back of the bag, the bottom of the bag, everywhere on it. And then as you see that beautiful jewelry quality twist lock, that is my logo. So it's just got such great craftsmanship. And when you open it up, even this is all leather on the back of the flap. So yeah, you've got the pocket on the back. When you open it up, you see how beautiful even the back of that flap is. But then when you open it up, look at all of that organization. You've got the front pocket. Then you got that back zip that you're showing. There's that main compartment with the zip that goes across. And so that's a great place to put, maybe that's where you want to put your personal items, your cosmetic bag, and you see how it's lined beautifully. And then in front of it, you've got a credit card wall that is in all full grain leather, the same beautiful full grain leather as the trim of the bag. So, and then you've got the two elastic pockets on the other side of that credit card wall. And it's like a wallet here
where you have your credit card. I mean,
yes.
This is amazing, the organization on this. And I'm going to turn it here because there's also like pockets on this side.
Yes, this is, if you need a bag that's bigger than your typical crossbody, if you love organization, a bag that you can have a place for all of your certain things, this is the bag. I just love this crossbody, Helen. I couldn't say enough about it. It's just such an amazing bag, the way we created that gusset. So you've got 1, 2, 3 compartments on the inside, plus a zip wall, plus 2 elastic pockets. And then on the back, you've got that additional pocket.
All right, well.
And the size is just perfect.
For some reason, everybody's in a purple mood today because the Plum Jam is flying out the door. So let me show everybody, because again, we're doing, the first show, so you get to have your choice of colors. It's not like what the colors are left that, this is the Plum Jam. This is #1. Everybody's like loving it, jumping in. So here you go. And look at, this is also hand tooled, right, Patricia?
Yeah, well, it's done with, think of it like a waffle iron. So it is done by a plate, but a plate that we've created. And you see the dimension on that? You could only get that, Helen, when you have a full grain vegetable tanned leather. vegetable tan leather, just like they've been doing in Italy for centuries. And this is just an amazing example of how beautiful that is. Look, you could just see the petals. You could just see the leaves when you feel it and touch it. It's just so dimensional. It's just absolutely beautiful. And then look at all that lacing around it. Just all that hand lacing. That's all leather around the entire bag.
So all the stitching is leather as well?
Yes, and it's all done by hand, not by a machine. Look at it. It goes up the flap, across the flap, down the back side of it, up the bottom, and back up that front pocket. So it's a gorgeous, unbelievable bag. There's the Florette logo.
And by the way, there's 50 left. If you want the plum, there's only 50 left. So I love that you guys know what you want. So here is that purple. And I'm dying to like run this purple over to Nicole with her purple sweater and see what that whole purple outfit looks like. But it's funny, my husband's favorite color are purples. And so I found myself buying a lot of tops that are that color, buying jewelry that's, amethyst and purple, so I don't have a purple bag, and honestly, I don't think I've seen a lot of that. And it's a wonderful kind of introduction color that like everybody's really responding to. So what made you think about, I think I'm gonna do purple this year?
Well, the true story is women a couple years ago kept asking me, why don't you do purple? Why don't you do purple? I love purple. And I could never find a purple bag. So I started to do it. And guess what, Helen? Coincidentally, purple, lavender, is the color of the year. The color of the year. From Pantone, which is a color trend system, they have predicted that this is the color of the year. So I don't know how that all happens, but yes, women are loving purple, lavender, all those kind of colors. And it looks great. Like if you wear a black bag, to me this could be a substitute for a black bag, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It has that same brushed nickel hardware. I could just so see it. The same things you'd wear a black bag with, you would wear that purple bag with.
I love the size of it because it really is that perfect kind of sweet spot between, it's not like a little crossbody that you're just kind of running around, but it's not like that ginormous tote. It really is kind of right in the middle. It's like a crossbody where you need to carry a lot more things, like maybe you're traveling and you don't want just your, your lipstick and your car keys and your wallet. You want your, you want your cell phone and you want your charger, and you also want your reader so that you can read on the plane, your e-reader. I mean, it really fits a lot of stuff.
It really does. You're just going to be so happy when you get this bag. It's going to be like your best friend. You're going to like smile in the morning and during your day when you get things in and out of your handbag. Because we all struggle sometimes with that perfect bag that holds everything we need. It's not too big, not too heavy, and just sits on our body right. And this is the one to do it, really. No matter what your age is, this is really a great silhouette to consider today. And then with these vibrant colors and this beautiful new Rainforest print that also has the purple in it, great bag.
All right, in this color, Brian, how many did you say we have? 2 dozen. There's only 2 dozen left. We started out with 150 and there's 2 dozen left. And by the way, this is what we have for the season. It's not like next week we're gonna get a shipment of another 50 of these. That's not how it works, right? This is what we get, and this is, right?
Things are taking so long, Helen, to make now and to transport, as all of us are dealing with. Imagine in a handbag, because we have this leather coming from Italy or Brazil and going to all these different places in the world and going to the factories and coming in. We won't be able to get this in anytime soon again. And I can't even say we can sell it at this price we used to sell it at. So it's a great opportunity to get that perfect bag. And like you said, Helen, you can return it if it doesn't work for you. But I would bet you a cup of coffee that you're going to love it. You're going to love it, and you're going to keep it.
I will not take that bet. Because, I mean, the size of this, I love that it's got 3 compartments. And the center compartment is a zipper compartment where you can just zip that. So maybe you want to put your passport in there and then zip that that shut. But you also have a zipper compartment here, and on this side, you even have a place for your credit cards.
Yes,
So, you know,
and look at that.
and you get a dust bag, of course. Patricia Nash dust bag. I want to show you that so you can keep it nice and beautiful. But I also love that you do this. I mean, we call it vintage hardware, but you've personally designed this hardware, that it has to be molded and created. It's not like you've gone to a hardware place and go, all right, well, I'll take this one and that one. This is your logo.
Yeah, and I drew this on a napkin now almost 13 years ago. It's a grape leaf that I made a little floret on. I was sitting in a winery in Tuscany, and I was like, what's going to be my logo for this brand? And I just started doing it on a napkin, and all that irregularity of how they're not all perfect the same is how I drew it. We never changed that. But when you open up the hardware, look at the plate on that. First of all, the back of the plate is all screwed with these Phillips screws on there. You can see how it's done. And even the plate underneath it, no one does that anymore. We didn't have to use that kind of quality of hardware on here to keep it on the bag, but I wanted to do it because that's how it was done 50, 60, 70 years ago. You know, everyone put that kind of quality in it. And then I love how easy it is to use and open and close, and it's so secure. You're not, you know, it turned out great, and I think it's just such a pretty piece. Even if you know the story or don't know the story about it, it just is a really lovely, classy, ladylike twist lock.
All right, let's go through the colors one more time. You're looking at that gorgeous print. We're calling the print Rainforest. We also have the Cognac, which is like that, you know, if you want that beautiful, perfect tan bag, here's the Cognac. We have it in the Papaya, which that red pop of color, which I love. By the way, with the scarf, when you've got it with the red, it just brings out that red. I mean, I just love the scarf. So the Papaya, then the #1 seller, flying out the door, almost gone, is the Plum. One dozen. I have 12 less. We started out with 150, so we've got this available still. And then again, the final one is the Rainforest, which is that beautiful soft colors, which does have purple in it and pinks and obviously any color of the rainbow this bag is going to go with because it kind of picks up everything. All right, we also have a wallet that goes back with it, and I want to make sure that so it's the same color story with it. So we've got it in the beautiful